So here is our first example to solve a problem. It states it takes Jerry 2 hours to seal coat his driveway. Seal coat means to paint their driveway. His neighbor, Javier, has the same size driveway, but it takes him 3 hours to seal coat his driveway. If Jerry and Javier work together, how long will it take for them to seal coat one of their driveways? So of course we're going to follow Polya's four-step approach to solving problems. And the good thing about Polya's approach is he wants you to look at everything logically. He only expects limited mathematical ability. And believe it or not, that's probably a good thing because the math really is useless if it doesn't seem to make sense. So we're going to try to minimize it. We're going to take a nice logical approach. So the first step, I'm just going to label it here, step 1, is to understand the problem. Now that seems obvious, but often it's very neglected. So for this particular problem, it says here it takes Jerry 2 hours to seal coat his driveway, and it takes Javier 3 hours to seal coat his driveway. But if they work together, we want to know how long it should take them to seal coat one of the driveways, and the driveways are identical. So one thing that I do know, that whoever the fastest person is, and in this case it's Jerry, it takes him 2 hours, but whoever the fastest person is, when they have help, it should take them less time. So whatever the results that we come up with, logically it seems that it should be less than 2 hours, right? So we're going to be looking for a result that's going to be less than 2 hours. That's our practical sense. So then step 2 is we're going to devise a plan. So one of the things that you should do, or one of the things that I like to do, but I certainly endorse you doing, is to draw a picture. So just for expediency's sakes here, I have this rectangle. This rectangle represents the driveway. Now, I don't know how long the driveway is or how wide or what shape it is, but I'm going to keep the driveway a nice, practical, simple shape that works for me. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a form of measurement here. So I'm just going to go like this. And the length that I'm going to make the driveway, one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make it the length divisible by 2 and divisible by 3. If I make the driveway 17 feet long, well, there's no reason to have to do something like that because the whole idea is we're looking for how long. So maybe I'll make this a 30-foot driveway, which seems practical, and 30 feet is divisible by 2, and it's also divisible by 3. Also, to keep things simple is if it takes 2 hours for Jerry to do a 30-foot driveway, I'm now applying it to how I see it. If it takes him 2 hours to do a 30-foot driveway, then I guess it's fair to say that it's going to take 1 hour to do 15 feet. So I'm just going to put in 15 feet here. That's half the driveway. And it's going to take him 1 hour to do that much. The same can be said for Javier. If it takes Javier 3 hours to do a 30-foot driveway, this is how I see it now. If it takes, and this is what you would do logically for yourself. If it takes Javier 3 hours to do a 30-foot driveway, then it should take him 1 hour to do 10 feet. So how about if we do this? From 15 feet to 25 feet, that's 10 feet. So Javier will have this much done in 1 hour. So now step 3 says, carry out your plan. So as I look at this, it would take Jerry 1 hour to do 15 feet of the driveway. It would take Javier 1 hour to do 10 feet of the driveway. So then if I go like this, 5, 10, 15, 20, then I can divide up these portions in 5 feet sections. So we can see that it would take all the way up to here, 25 feet, for the two of them if they work together. So all I have left is this portion right here. So after 1 hour, this is what they've done together. So if I divide this portion of the driveway by 5, and it takes them 1 hour, that's 60 minutes, right? So 60 minutes, 5 sections, that's 12 minutes a section. 12 minutes to do this first 5 feet, 12 minutes working together to do this, 12 minutes to do this, 12 minutes here, and 12 minutes here. So therefore, we can expect that it's going to take 12 minutes to do this last section. So it takes them an hour to get up to here, 12 more minutes to finish, 60 minutes plus 12 minutes. That's 72 minutes. So it seems like it's going to take 72 minutes, which is 1 hour, and 12 minutes if they work together to do the driveway. Now step 4 states to review your solution. Starting out, I kind of figured, well, if I break it up like this, logically it seems as though it should take them less than 2 hours, because if Jerry's the faster of the two and he has help, it should take less than 2 hours to do the driveway. And of course it took 1 hour and 12 minutes, so logically it all seems to make sense. And really, the only math that we needed was to be able to divide and add the extra 12 minutes. But there you go.